Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome to my channel, The Donkey Business. Today I am here to recommend 5 fantasy movies that I have watched very recently and are really good fantasy movies and have a very nice story apart from just great visuals which kept me hooked in the film. And these are my recommendations and I hope you like them as much as I like these films. The first fantasy movie that I want to talk about is called Illusionist. It released in 2006 and is a mystery romantic film about a magician who reunites with his lover who is way above his social class. And the movie is well made and quite different from what we have seen. And it has a meaning to what happens in different social classes. It has a message as well, and I like the fantasy magic part they have used in the romance movie, which makes it a fun watch. And the movie has a very good production value and costumes, really good acting, and they have done a very good job in writing its screenplay because I was hooked and I did want to know what is happening. Plus there were times when I was just like, okay, I'm not understanding, but I still want to go with the flow to see what is happening. So I really like the feel of the film. The film also premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and has 74% ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. I really enjoyed watching the film and I highly recommend it. The second movie that I want to talk about is one of my favorite fantasy films, and I feel very proud that this film comes from India because I think this is one of the best Indian movies I have ever watched in my life, and it's called Tumbbad. The most epic movie, and honestly I do not know what and how to say about this film because this is just a movie that I hope I wished in the theater, and if it ever re-releases I am definitely going for first day first show because this is one of the most well made Indian movies according to me. It's got crazy VFX and a very interesting story on greed. So this movie also has a message at the end. And that is what I love about the film. It's got really good acting and one of the best sets ever. And I have seen a lot of interviews of Rahi sir, who is the director of the film, and the way they have spent their time, energy, money on making this film and made a film like that is just incredible. Their hard work has paid off and I'm a huge fan of this movie. He literally took 5 years to make this film and it was his first baby, and I'm sure that this baby is making him super proud right now. But yeah, this movie is definitely a masterpiece. The music and the location of the film is just epic and it is a perfect film. It's available on Amazon, and if you have not watched it yet, please watch it. Anyone who is not from India and is watching this video, please go and watch this film because this film is so international. It is so epic that it has nothing to do with the country. Literally anyone in the world can watch this film and understand every dialogue because it is based on greed, and it's just a very, very epic film. The third movie that I want to talk about is actually an anime film from Japan with 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's called Your Name, and it is also a fantasy film which revolves around love. It's a crazy theme about soul swapping between two people, and these two people are basically teenagers and how complications arise when they actually decide to meet in person. The movie is so well made, it is so mature, it is so fresh and original because you have definitely not seen something like this before, and the animation in this anime is also so perfect that I was literally glued when I was watching this film. I highly recommend it, and it's called Your Name. It is a Japanese anime film. The fourth movie that I want to talk about is also a very weird fantasy film which I watched. It's called Holy Motors, and it is a very weird movie. It is about this rich man who dresses up as different characters and walks around Paris. And the plot sounds very simple and interesting, but trust me, it is definitely interesting, but not simple at all. It is a very well made, unique movie. The movie is definitely something you are not expecting or thinking about. Once you get into the film, there is no looking back. That's what this movie is. It's a classic school of like art, cinema, and the movie was also competing at Cannes. And this is a movie which is definitely not for everybody. And this movie has really powerful acting, very good screenplay, and a very unique writing. So highly recommend this film. It's called Holy Motors, and as far as I remember, I think it's a French film. I'm not sure because I watched it a long time back, but I think it is a French film. I'm not too sure. The last movie in this list is my favorite fantasy movie ever. It's the OG fantasy film, which literally everybody knows about. It's the Avatar, and it's available on Disney, and I don't think that any film can beat the production value of Avatar. It's just larger than life, grand, very interesting, very well made, and something that I was bummed to watch. I was like a kid in a candy shop when I was watching Avatar. The emotional element added in the story for the audience to connect with the characters who are basically a fantasy is just too good, because literally everybody I know was in the film and a part of the movie, which I think is incredible. Everything about the film is absolutely perfect, and there is literally nothing in the movie that I did not like. The acting, fighting sequence, the story, the screenplay, everything is absolutely perfect. And Avatar is a film which I think you can rewatch every once in a while because of the way it's made, and every time you watch it you find like this new element in the film which just excites you as an audience, and you can be of any age and this movie is for you. So please watch this movie if you haven't watched it, and if you haven't watched this movie, I'm kind of judging you, so please go and watch this film. So these are 5 fantasy movies which I highly recommend because they're just amazing stories apart from being fantasy and having like a plain fantasy. I think it has a lot to offer as films. So the first film is Illusionist, Tumbbad, Your Name, Holy Motors, and Avatar. Let me know what you think about these movies in the comments below, or what is your favorite fantasy film, and I will see you on my channel very soon. I have a very interesting video coming up. I am watching a lot of content on Apple TV, and I have some great recommendations coming up, like really good recommendations. So I will try to make that video as soon as possible when I have some more recommendations to give you guys. And I will see you very soon. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much.